This is Sakar Murli of 2 of August 2025. Morning Murli Bap Tada Madhuban. Essence. Sweet children, never become tired and leave the pilgrimage of the remembrance. Constantly make effort to remain soul conscious in order to become a sweet and draw the Father's love to stay in a remembrance. Question. What effort must you definitely make in order to become a 16 celestial degrees? Full and perfect. Answer. Consider yourselves to be a soul as much as possible and remember the Father, the ocean of the love, and you will become a perfect. This knowledge is very easy, but in order to become a 16 Celsius degree full, you must first have remembrance to make yourselves the soul perfect. By considering yourselves to be a soul, you will become a sweet. All conflict will come to the end. Song. You are the ocean of the love. We thirst for one drop. Om Shanti. The ocean of the love makes his children into ocean of love too. The aim and objective of your children is to become a Lakshmi and Narayan. Everyone loves them so much. You children know that Baba is making you sweet as they are. It's here that you become a sweet. However, it's only by having remembrance that you will become that. The yoga of the Bharat has been remembered. This is remembrance. It is by having this remembrance that you become the master of the world like them. This is effort that you children have to make. Don't be arrogant and think you have so much of this knowledge. The main thing is remembrance. It is remembrance that brings you love. If you want to become be sweet and lovely and also claim a high status, then make effort. Otherwise, there will be a great repentance. There are many children who are unable to stay in a remembrance because they become tired. They stop having remembrance. First of all, make a lot of effort to become a soul conscious. Otherwise, the status you receive very low. You will never become as sweet again. Very few children draw a lot of love by staying in a remembrance. There must be a remembrance of the Father alone. The more you remember him, the sweeter you will become. Lakshmi and Narayan remembered God a great deal in their previous birth. It was by having this remembrance that they become so sweet. The sun density of the golden age is the first number and the moon density is the second number. Lakshmi and Narayan are the loved very much. There is a huge difference between the features of the Lakshmi and Narayan and those of the Rama and Sita. Lakshmi and Narayan have never been defamed by anyone. Shri Krishna was defamed mistakenly. Rama and Sita have also been defamed. The Father says you will become very sweet when you consider yourselves to be a souls. There is a great pleasure experience in considering oneself to be a soul and in remembering the Father. The more you remember him, the more Satopardhan you will become. You will become a 16 Celsius degree full. To be 14 Celsius degree is still classified as defect. You have to become 16 Celsius degrees perfect. This knowledge is very easy. Anyone can learn it. You have taken 84 bus every cycle. None of you can return home until you become completely pure. Otherwise, punishment has to be experienced. Baba explains to you again and again. As much as possible, make this one point firm. I am soul. When I, this soul, residence in my home, I am Tatopardhan. Then I come here and take the birth. Some take a certain number of the births and others take a different number of the births. By the end, all souls become a Tamopardhan. The honor of the world continues to decrease. When a house is new, so much comfort is experienced in it. Then it becomes difficult. The degrees continue to decrease. If you children want to go that the perfect world, you have to become a perfect. Simply having this knowledge does not mean being a perfect. You souls have to become a perfect. As much as possible, consider yourselves to be a souls, the children of the Baba. There should be a great happiness experience inside. Human beings become happy, consider themselves to be a bodily beings. I am a child of so and so. That intoxication is temporary. You children now have to connect your intellect's yoga to the fathers completely. You mustn't become confused about this. Even if you have to go abroad somewhere, simply make one point frame. I have to remember Baba. Baba is the ocean of the love. This phrase doesn't belong to any human being. Souls phrase their father. All souls are brothers. The father of the souls is one. The father tells everyone, children, you were Satopardhan and you have now become Tamopardhan. By becoming Tamopardhan, you have to become unhappy. Now the Supreme Father, the Supreme Souls tell us the souls, at first you were perfect. All souls are perfect when they are there. Although they play different parts, they are still perfect. No one can go back there without having purity. You have a peace as well, happiness in that land of happiness. That is why your region is the highest on high. You have limitless happiness. Just think about what you are becoming. You are becoming the master of the heaven. That is the birth as valuable as the diamond. Birth now is like a shell. The Father now signals to you to stay in a remembrance. You call out to Him, come and make us impure ones pure. In Golden Age, they are completely voiceless. Rama and Sita are not called complete. They went into the second grade. They didn't pass in the subject of the pilgrimage of the remembrance. No matter how clever you may be in this knowledge, the fathers would never find you sweet with just that. It is only when you stay in a remembrance that you become sweet. You will then also find the Father to be very sweet. This state is very common. Become pure and stay in a remembrance. Note this down very carefully. When you stay on a pilgrimage of the remembrance, all the conflict that takes place and the arrogance that develops will stop happening. The main thing is to consider yourselves to be souls and to remember the Father. People in the world fight and quarrel so much. They make their lives like a poison. This world does not exist in the Golden Age. As you make further progress, the lives of human beings will become even more poisonous. This is an ocean of the poisons. Everyone is lying in the extreme depth of the hell. There is a lot of dirty behavior. It continues to increase day by day. This is called a dirty world. They continue to make one another unhappy because there are the evil spirits of the body, conscience, and lust. The Father says, chase away those evil spirits. It is those evil spirits that make you ugly. When you have become ugly by sitting on the prey of the lust, it is then that the Father comes and say, I have to come once again to the rain, the nectar of the knowledge. What are you becoming now? The palace there will be stood with the diamonds. There will be all types of comfort there. Here everything is adulterate. Look at what they feed cows. All the goodness and strength is taken out and they are just given away. Even cows don't receive enough food. Compare that to the cows shown with the Shri Krishna. They are seen as a first class cows. In the Golden Age, the cows are such, don't even ask. Even just seeing them makes you feel so happy. Here all the essence is taken out of everything. This is very dirty world. You must not attach your heart to it. The Father says you have become so vicious. Look how they continue to kill one another in the war. Those who invented the atomic bomb were given so much respect. Those are things that are going to be destroyed everything. The Father sits here and explains to you what the human beings of today are like and what the human beings of the tomorrow will be like. You are now in a between. Good companies take you across and bad company drowns you. You hold on to the father's hand in the order to become the most elevated human beings. When someone is learning to swim, he has to hold the hand of the person teaching him, otherwise he would choke. Here too you have to hold Baba's hand, otherwise Maya will pull you down. You are making the whole world into the heaven. You should bring yourselves to a state of the intoxication. Oh, we are establishing our own kingdom by following Shrimad. All human beings make donations. They give money to the fakirs and ascents. They even donate something to pandits on their pilgrimage. They would definitely donate something, even if only a handful of the rice. All of that has continued on the path of devotion. The Father is now making us into a double donors. The Father says open a godly university and hospitals on 3 square feet of the land to which human beings can come and be a cure for a 21 births. Look, all the different types of the illness that exist now. Sometimes there is such a bad odor when someone is ill that you feel distaste when you enter that hospital. The suffering of the karma is so served. The Father says in order to become free from all of this sorrow, simply remember me. I don't give you any other difficulty. Baba knows that you children have faced many difficulties. The face of the vicious human beings completely change. They become like a crops. They are just like alcohol who cannot stay without drinking alcohol. He becomes a very intoxicant with alcohol, but that only lasts for a short time. It is the true wise that the lifespans of the vicious human beings have become so short. The lifespans of the viceless deities were on average 125 to 150 years. When you become ever healthy, your lifespans would also increase, would they not? You then have bodies that are free from a disease. The Father is also called the internal surgeon. When the Sadguru gives the ornament of this knowledge, the darkness of the ignorance is dispelled. It is because they don't know that the Father that they say there is the darkness of the ignorance. This applies to the people of the Bharat. They know that the Christ exists at the such and such time. They have a whole list of all those dates. They show how the popes sat on their throne number wise. It is only Bharat that doesn't know the biography of anyone. They call out, O Supreme Soul, O Remover of the sorrow and the Bestower of the happiness, O Mother and the Father. Acha, tell us the biography of the mother and the father. They don't know anything at all. You know that this is the most elevated confluence age. We are now becoming the most elevated human beings. Therefore, we should study fully. Many people are so trapped in the opinion of the society. This Baba was not concerned about anyone. He was insulted so much. He never thought or dreamed about any of this. However, while walking along the path, the Brahmans become trapped. It was when the Baba made him into a Brahman that he began to be insulted. The whole of the local councils was on one side and the Dada was on the other side. The whole Sindhi councils asked him, "What are you doing?" In the Gita, the versions of God Shiva says, "Lust is the greatest enemy. By conquering this, you become a master of the world." This expression is in the Gita. Someone is making me say, by conquering the vice of the lust, and you become a conqueror of the world. Lakshmi and Narayan are also conquered dead. There is no question of the war in this. I have to come to give you the kingdom of the heaven. Now become a pure and remember the Father. When a wife says that she will become a pure, but the husband says that he will not become a pure, then one is the Saman, other are stroke. The Father comes to make you into a servant who select the jewelers of this knowledge. However, there is a quarreling when one becomes a pure and other one doesn't. In the beginning, they had a lot of strength. No one now that much courage. They said that they are heirs, but to become an heir is the completely different matter. In the beginning, it was wonder of them. Those from grand homes instantly renounce everything and come in the order to claim their inheritance. Therefore, they become worthy. Those who come at the beginning perform great wonders. Scarcely anyone like them now emerge. They are very much concerned about the opinions of the society. Those who come in the beginning showed a lot of courage. Hardly anyone now has that much courage. Yes, the poor has that courage. In order to become a bead of the rosary, you do have to make effort. The rosary is very long. There is a rosary of the 8 and also 108, and there is also a rosary 16 108. The Father himself make penalty of the effort. Consider yourselves to be a source. Some don't tell the truth. Even those who consider themselves to be a very good common sense, although they may be knowledgeable souls and they can explain this knowledge very well, they don't have any yoga. Therefore, they can't sit in the Baba's head. If they don't stay in remembrance, they don't climb onto the Baba's head's throne. Remembrance begets remembrance. Those at the beginning instantly surrender themselves. To surrender yourselves is not like going to your auntie's home. The main thing is remembrance. For only then will your mercury of happiness rise. As your degree have continued to decrease, so your sorrow has to continue to increase. Now the more your degrees increase, the higher the mercury of your happiness will rise. At the end, you will have a visions of everything. You will see what status those who had a lot of remembrance will receive. You will have many visions at the very end. While its destruction is taking place, you will be eating the halwa of the having visions of heaven. Baba explains to you again and again. Increase your remembrance. Baba does not become pleased by you just explaining a little of this knowledge to someone. There is the story of the Pandit who said, chant the name of Rama and you will be able to go across the river. This means that there is a victory by having faith. When you have doubt in the Father, you are led to the destructions. Sin you are absorbed by having remembrance of the Father. Day and night make effort. Then the mischief of your physical sense will stop. This requires a lot of effort. There are many who have no chart of remembrance. They have no deep foundation. Stay in a remembrance under the circumstance as much as possible, for only then will you become Satopradhan 16 Celsius degrees full. Together with the purity, there also has to be image of the remembrance. It is only when you remain pure that you will become able to stay in remembrance. Combine this point very well. The Father is so egoless. As you make progress, everyone bow down to your feet. They will say, truly, these mothers are opening the gates to heaven. The power of the remembrance is still very little. Don't remember bodily beings. It does require a lot of effort to become Satopradhan from Tamopradhan. Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost and now found children. Love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, Baptada. The spiritual father says Namaste to you, spiritual children. The spiritual children say Namaste to spiritual father. Essence for Dharana. Don't attach your heart to this old impure, dirty world that causes sorrow. By holding the Father's hand, you can go across. 2. In order to become a bead of the rosary, maintain a lot of courage and make effort. Become a someone who lets pearls of this knowledge. Don't perform any sinful actions. Blessings, may you become an elevated server who achieves success in the service you do. By having the conscience of being an instrument, the conscience of the being an instrument automatically brings you success in the service you do. If there isn't the conscience of being an instrument, there is no success. An elevated service places every step in the Father's footsteps. It makes every step elevated by following the elevated directions at every step. The more always ends up finished in your service and in yourself, the more powerful you accordingly become, and such a powerful source achieves success at every step. An elevated service constantly has zeal and enthusiasm and also gives enthusiasm to others. Slogan: offer yourselves to for godly service and you will continue to receive thanks. Avyakt signal: in order to be an easy yogi, become experienced in a God's love. The strain of the God's love pulls you close from the far, far away. This is the love that gives you so much happiness that when you become lost in this love for even a second, you will forget all the many sorrows and will continue to swing in the swing of the happiness for all time. The Father has so much love for you children that all your desires for happiness and the peace in the life become fulfilled. Not only does the Father give you happiness, but He makes you into a master of the treasure store of the happiness. Acha, Om Shanti.